What's going on, guys? TBF Gaming back with another Ark video. Today we're covering the newest patch, patch 755 on the Xbox One. There's a lot in this patch. So we're going to get into it. We're going to do a quick video, under 10 minutes. Excuse the echo in here. We're working in a small motel room on the other side of the world. But if you go check out our update video, you'll see what's going on there. Alright, so let's get into the update. There's so much going on here. They put out a bunch of dinos, a couple other cool things. We're just going to look at the dinos in a quick look today. So the first one we got here is the Hesperornis. So kind of a cool little one. If you've seen the Ark trailer for it, you saw they somehow laid little golden eggs. I'm not really sure a lot about these dinos. Haven't jumped a lot into the patch myself. What we're going to do is we're going to just check them out quickly and then actually jump into the actual single player and try to tame each one of these. So this is just, we just console these guys in. You can see they look really cool sitting on the back of the shoulder. You can, obviously they can go out in the water. It looks like they actually go out there and either harvest meat or harvest dead animals. I'm not really sure from the actual Ark trailer, but hey, these guys look pretty cool. Not really sure how much we'll use them, but we'll definitely try to tame them at least once on our single player server. So kind of see how they move here. Really cool looking little dino. Not a lot to it. We usually don't mess with a lot of these little flyers, but from the trailer they look like they might be pretty useful. So maybe we'll check them out. But there you go. There is the make sure I'm saying it right. The Hesperornis. Probably messing up all these pronunciations, but we'll do our best. Hey, so you can see we got everything all spawned in. Like I said, all console command in. Let's look at my favorite one of the ones in this patch, the Hyenodon. So the Hyenodons look awesome. Obviously, these guys are hyena-looking dinos. We spawned in 3 different ones to give you different looks at the colors here. You got the really dark one. Let's get rid of the actual HUD here real quick so we can see. All right, so you got the dark one here, really cool looking. I like that one a lot. And then the other two, if you look at the middle one, it's got this awesome glow coming off of it. So this is the actual, the pack leader. We summoned this one just a little bit higher level than the other ones. So you can see it's got the pack leader. There you go. Also the apparently their little satchel. You can't ride them, but you can. I guess they work kind of as a preserving bin, if I'm understanding it correctly. So that'd be pretty cool to be able to carry a lot of meat and actually have you do the preserving bin. Also, if you see it, they have the little bonus on there, the +2 bonus. So it's a lot like the Kentro. So the more you have, the higher that bonus is. So we'll get more into these guys. These guys we're definitely going to tame up on our single player season, and actually make sure we talk a lot about those guys. So we got a couple of the guys spawned out over here. In terms of look, these next ones are probably my favorite in terms of how they look. This guy is called the Terraeum. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Hopefully we're somewhat close on that. Hey, so these guys are awesome looking. These guys are huge, just big creatures. We got one spawned in with the saddle, one without, so you can kind of see the difference of how they look without the saddle. So go ahead and jump on this guy and kind of show you how they move around. So these guys, once they start moving around, look awesome. These guys remind me of a like the old Star Wars movie, like something you would find like on one of those ice planets. So they're just really cool looking. They're just so big. The way that they move around, they actually get down on all fours and actually do a little bit of running. They got a couple different attacks. Let's make sure everybody's on passive so I don't have everyone running at once. So if I can get turned around here, we'll knock this dodo out real quick. So the first attack they have is a little swing attack, where they actually, that was kind of anticlimactic, but they have the the swing attack, and then they have the left trigger where they actually do this little kind of bite attack. So you can kind of see the difference between those two there. So pretty cool. It looks like they do harvest. Yeah, they harvest thatch and wood, so that's pretty interesting. Yeah, these guys would be a lot of fun to play with. We'll definitely have to look for these. I assume they're in the snow biome from the look of them. So we'll go around the single player and start looking for them and try to tame these guys up. Hopefully we're somewhat successful with that. We did try a taming video with the next dino that we're going to go check out in a second, but it was pretty unsuccessful. So check out just how it looks when you're riding this guy. Really cool looking characters. I think this will be a lot of fun to play with once we get it on the single player. Alright, hey, the next one is the Megalania. So the Megalania, just kind of like a lizard-looking dino here. This one you can find in the underground caves. So we spawned 2 of them in here. You have the green one right here. We put a saddle on, and then we left the other one without a saddle. This black one over here looks really cool, the dark color there. So these guys are found down in the caves. This is the one that we actually tried to do a taming video on, and we failed miserably. We died several times, not so much from these guys, but just there's somebody spawns down in the caves that we kept having trouble. If we did get even close to taming one of these guys, we ended up getting attacked and lose everything. So they're pretty cool. Not a lot of use probably out here, maybe near some of the mountain areas. But these guys in caves are going to be awesome. They can actually climb up and down walls. They can hang upside down, the whole 9. And they might allow you to actually tame some of the other dinos down in the caves by hanging on them. Alright, let's move to the big guy. This is probably the one that a lot of people are really excited about. This guy is close to the size of a T-Rex. So this is the Utarosaurus. I'm sure I'm butchering that. So the Utarosaurus, huge. It looks very similar to a T-Rex. We'll have to spawn in a T-Rex later and actually see how close in size they actually are. So really cool looking. Let's get this saddle on here. So we just put it without a saddle so you can see. Throw the saddle on. There you go. So with the saddle, not too much of a different look. It kind of blends in the hair there. Let's move it around. So these guys, pretty awesome. They're just giant dinos. So of this pack, this was definitely the biggest of them. This one has some really cool functions. So it's got a couple things. You got the roar that is more directional. That when you use it towards one of these guys, you can see it gives him some kind of little buff there. We're gonna have to look more into that to see what exactly these things do. I'll put everyone on passive. I'm gonna take this guy out. I didn't check what level he is, and this guy's melee isn't too high yet, so it'll take just a second. But these guys are pretty cool. The roars alone, the buffs that they do, is going to be something that's going to be a lot of fun to play with. Probably more so for larger tribes. Single player, I don't know how much I'll use it, but when you do this other growl, the left trigger, you can see it's giving everyone this little yellow buff around them. So let's do it again here. There you go. So now you jump over here, you see that everyone's got the little yellow buff on there. Pretty cool. We'll have to really look into that a little bit more. So there it is, the Utarosaurus. Pretty cool dino. I'm pretty excited to try that one out. We'll definitely have to tame one of those on single player as well. So not only did they do a bunch of dinos, we got some actual a couple of things we spawned in that they've done for this patch. So the motorboat. So you guys have all played with the sailboat, I'm sure. This is just a faster version of that. So I don't really like the view that you get right here. The view is a little too high. I like to be able to see my character a little bit, especially since you're going to be going around and possibly getting attacked by the elite sixth, the big old whale. And they added a harpoon gun that you actually use to attack that as well. But just wanted to spawn this in real quick just to kind of show you. Pretty fast. Like I said, don't like the new view on it, but this is more about the actual positive stuff in this patch because there's just so much they did with this patch. Wildcard really did some cool things here. So this boat definitely got some speed to it. It'll be a lot of fun to play with. Go around the island and kind of see how it works. All right, so there it is. I couldn't figure out how to shut this off earlier, so I don't know if I had to take the fuel out in order to shut it off, but I couldn't actually get it to shut off. I don't know if that's just some kind of glitch going on. Not really sure on that one. Alright, we're getting a little bit of framing issue on the actual video here. But alright, the last thing over here is the buggy. And we just got so many frames going on here. Alright, so the buggy, if our Xbox doesn't freeze on us here, we're working on a network on the other side of the world, so I don't know how good the network is. Hey, this guy drives just like the Halo Warthog, if you ever played the Halo games. Pretty much where you're pointing is where it's going to drive. A little difficult to control. So there you go. Difficult to control. I drive straight in the water. So there you go. This is a tutorial on how not to drive this vehicle. I know if you crash it on land, you can flip it out, but if you're stuck in water, it looks like you're just stuck. So so that's kind of a bummer. That's okay. That's how we're gonna end this. If you guys could make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Ark season videos where we're actually gonna do taming and locations of all these guys. Alright, we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks, guys.